Okay. Okay. Oh gosh, more people. Hold on. I'm going to, again, I've got a PowerPoint that I put together to kind of help streamline the conversation. So I am going to share my screen with you here so you can see the PowerPoint. Thank you, Ms. Plough, for helping me. I had some distractions today and got some editing issues, but I got those fixed. Leave it to Helen to help me with my editing. All right, so I will pull up our slideshow. Oh shoot, I hope it's the right one. I had two up. Let's see. It's not pulling up. What's going on? Okay. So we are on number 3 here of our town hall meeting. Very informative. I hope they've helped you guys kind of keep thinking through all the stuff that's happening. Going to go over our first days of school, a couple of things that people have asked about, classes and schedules, device pickup and internet information, some parent resource, and some important dates. First days of school. So there are a lot of questions coming about how am I going to learn how to run Canvas and Edgenuity, and now I'm getting these messages from Parent Square, and people are, there's some lots of learning to be done. We'll be doing what our tech department, there's always new words coming to me, onboarding for students and families in Edgenuity, Canvas, Parent Square, all those new systems, meaning there'll be trainings provided by the district. So you're lucking out that it's not me training you, but there are people who are ready and been learning all about Canvas, experts in it that will be doing those trainings. So those will be coming that hopefully before the first week of school, but definitely that first week of school, we'll be doing a lot of training of the students during that time as well. If you think about the first weeks of school, classroom teachers aren't diving in right into the curriculum right away. They're spending a lot of time on building community, classroom procedures, classroom rules, expectations. We're doing that throughout the school. So it's kind of the same thing, but in a virtual way. So we'll make sure kids are ready and know how to get onto Canvas, know how to navigate through Canvas and support kids and parents through that. And then really working on building the community within the classroom in the school. Those of you who are already at Scotts Mills, who maybe have gone to Scotts Mills, that is huge in our building. Building a school-wide culture of community is important to us. It's a priority, and we want to continue to do that as much as possible, even though we don't have the students in the building. So kind of more to come on that, but that is going to continue to be a priority at Scotts Mills School. Class configurations and schedules. So I know you want the schedule. I'm just like, that's not going to come right now. We do have draft schedules that I shared with the teachers yesterday, and so they'll have time to look at those, and next week we'll have time to really get those solidified, and then we'll send those out to you. So next week at our if not before, next week we'll send out some draft schedules to you of what your student's day will look like. But it's just not fair to send out something that could possibly change, because people want like kind of concrete right now. So we don't want to give like wishy-washy schedules. So we will get those concrete schedules, well, concrete for now, schedules to you as soon as we possibly can. But if not, by next Thursday, for sure next Thursday at our town hall, we'll be able to share that with you. Our classroom breakdown, kind of based on numbers, not a lot of changes from last year, except our 5th grade remained pretty small, and so that are pretty large. So that will be a straight 5th grade, and then Mrs. Buckles will continue with a 3-4. Our 6, 7, and 7, 8 will be blends again. We don't have those broken down quite yet. So once teachers get back next week, we'll be able to do that. And then the middle school teachers and I working on that middle school schedule. So more to come there. Helen will continue teaching PE and 8th grade math. Mrs. Garrett doing interventions, Mr. Goff as the LRC, and Mrs. Cross is our counselor. So the really exciting thing is we have all of our teachers coming back. You notice Mrs. Saturn is not on there. So Mrs. Saturn is going to be doing the Fox Online Kinder. And she still remains a kind of Scotts Mills teacher in that, but she'll be doing the online program. So we haven't lost anybody, and so that's exciting. So we have all of our teachers back. Device pickup and internet information. So device pickup, Wednesday, September 9th, we've got 2 time slots. That 9 to 3 is when our office is open, 6 to 7 in the evening, if that works for you. If those times don't work, contact the office. Amanda or I will set up a time for you to come get those. But it wouldn't be before September 9th because we have to get them ready. So, but September 9th will be that first day that they're available. If you have concerns about internet, if your internet at home is not super supportive of online learning, please contact the office, and we're working with the tech department to provide some different options for families in that scenario. So our district, our school website, Mrs. Sloan is trying to update as much as possible with information that's important. But the district has created this SFSD Canvas for Families site. I will see if I can pull it up here. It's really a great resource. I spent a lot of time on it today. It's got this kind of funny video at the beginning about online learning at home. I'm not going to play it for you now. You can watch it in your own time. But it talks, there's different places here, like there's a parent onboarding handbook. There is what is a home learning coach. For some families, that's the parent that's at home. For some families, that could be a daycare provider, a grandparent, a neighbor, a friend. So that's some information for that online, that learning coach. Fox Online, it says Fox Online, but really right now they're all online. And so someone at home who's supporting your kids, that's a really great resource that was created. There's information about the iPads, the Chromebooks, and then at the top you'll see it talks here, there's Edgenuity and Canvas. So it kind of goes right to, I'm not sure if this is what those resources that we had already shared out. So are trying to keep our district website as updated as we possibly can at this point to keep parents and community members up to date on what's going on. More important dates. The only new important date I have on here is we will be doing school pictures. I know it seems kind of funny, but there's going to be a drive-through school pictures booth set up September 18th, a Friday from 3 to 6. And then Saturday, September 19th from 10 to noon. And those, I'm not 100% sure on the details. I know Mrs. Sloan has sent some stuff out, but they'll have booths set up in the driveway, and you'll drive your car up. Your kid gets out of the car, they take the photo. So that will be a great way to make sure we keep those school pictures going, even if we're not in school in the beginning. For those of you who are new to the meeting tonight, just a reminder, October 5th is when there'll be an announcement about whether or not we'll be in a hybrid in-person schooling in November. And if we are, that will be November 16th when that starts, and that's all based on the Marion and Clackamas County health data. Blueprint opening, I haven't made any updates to this because we just don't know enough to do that at this point, but when we get closer to when that time is that we will have kids in the building, then we will send more information on that. So that is all that I have right now as far as the presentation goes. Sure, there's some questions I went through, and Trina, I see that. I will answer that question. I made myself a note to answer that for you. So I will answer that. And then yes, like Ms. Plove said, if you have any questions, please just type them there in the box, in the chat box, and we can respond to them. So it's kind of Fox Online students, depending on who the teacher is, is who that student belongs to as far as the system goes. Because if we were to have, they didn't want to create a whole new school because that makes the grading and all of that really confusing and one more headache. And so what they're doing is the kids before the kids who are Fox Online. So all the kindergarten kids in Silver Falls School District who are Fox Online are registered at Scotts Mills School, because the teacher who's teaching kindergarten online is from Scotts Mills. So Daniel, if Daniel is, if your student is doing middle school Fox Online, he's going to be getting the middle school information. So I did have a question after you emailed me tonight. I emailed the tech people and said, can a parent still get the information for Scotts Mills? Because you want to keep up to date with what's happening at Scotts Mills as well. So I will get that information out in a follow-up. Maybe Danielle, are you the note taker? Can you just check on that for me? Or just write that down on the notes, is Fox Online students getting Scotts Mills information. That would be helpful. And then, okay, Helen, go ahead. You're on mute though.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. Supply lists. We talked about them last week.
We did, and I think one of the teachers was going to send one that we thought was accurate one. I think it's kind of hard to tell because teachers haven't gotten into the curriculum. We will get, how about if we said Monday, by the end of the day, we'll get those out to you. I think that, what we've said so far is like the Edgenuity list says paper, pencils, glue sticks, scissors, the basics. I don't think there's anything beyond that. We talked about as a staff, if we think kids need whiteboards and things like that, we will provide those for them. But let me check back with the teacher who was going to get that out to me, and then we'll get that out as soon as possible. But the basics, you're safe doing the basics right now. I think, would we agree, teachers?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions?
Oh, Danielle said that she might add a stylus for K-5 kids for iPad usage.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I may have some, Danielle, too. If we've got kids with that, I think I still have some.
And I think for sake of the fact that this is recorded and people will watch it, Colin asked a good question today. As a parent coming in new to the school, does my child get to have a meet and greet with their teacher in person? And yeah, we will talk about that. Teachers are back next week, and we'll create some opportunities for new to Scotts Mills families to come and see faces in person. So it's not just a face on a screen. Not that we all don't look really great on a screen. We want to see you in person. Any other questions, you guys?
Any word on the middle school synchronous schedules?
We will. Well, we have. She really wants to know. We need the teachers back to really get those solidified. We have a draft that I sent to them. That's sort of like, here's an idea. This is what we need to work it out. But it's sort of the timing piece and getting that put together. So I really think, not unfortunately, it's important that the teachers, and there's a lot of training next week on both Canvas and Edgenuity, and looking at the in-service, like Monday is like pretty busy. I'm hoping we'll get some time Tuesday afternoon where the teachers and we can do some grade band meetings to solidify schedules. Then we also have to look at like PE and how that will work and what that's going to kind of play out. But we're hoping early next week.
KJ, can I just ask you, that's going to be like the 4x4 block for middle school still?
Yeah. We're doing 4 classes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Anything else? Anybody?
I don't see more questions in the chat.
Clear as mud, right? I did see Carrie's question about how much grass seed we knew. I have no idea, but I don't know if we're at a point to replace the grass right now, but I'll talk to Alan. We got to get schedules together before we can start tearing up grass.
Truth.
Anything else? Anybody have anything specific they're wondering about that I can hopefully answer tonight? I will, Carrie, definitely. Yeah. All right, you guys. Wow, that's 15 minutes of pure fun. Good job. If questions come up throughout the week or things come up, always feel free to email me and I can add them to the agenda for next week or try to get the answer before our next meeting. So our next meeting will be next Thursday, same time, same place. You can change. Maybe I'll move around my house tomorrow. There'll be a new backdrop. But we'll do this meeting until school starts and then possibly for a few weeks into the school year, because I'm sure there'll be more questions that arise as we go. And it's just good to get people's feedback. And I think, like I said in the beginning, that community piece for us is so important at Scotts Mills. And so this is a great time to kind of connect with people. So yeah. Anything else? All right, question. Helen, your job was easy tonight.
Thank goodness. Lisa picked the right week to be gone.
Awesome, you guys. Well, it's good to see all of you, and we'll talk to you next week. Teachers, I'll see most of you tomorrow morning.
What?
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Not you.
Unmute.
Oh.
I want to talk to Colin.
Well, you're going to talk to Colin. Okay, Colin, it's you and Helen. All right, you guys, have a great day.
See you.
Bye. Love you guys.
You.
Okay. You better start talking, girl.